24% strongly approve of the way Barack is performing. 35% strongly disapprove, giving President Obama an approval rating of -11. Wow.
Epic fail.
Pretty much. And this is why, my friends, everybody is, I should say everybody on the left is starting to royally freak out over the possibility that Sarah Palin is going to throw her hat into the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, online too, we have the Godzilla of the Sunday Night with James T. Harris show, Teresa.
What Julius Caesar actually said was alia iata est. That means the die is cast.
Yes, what I couldn't pronounce. Say it again.
Alia iata est. And by the way, the Latin word for sinister, left, is sinister. Like as in oculus sinister means left eye. Oculus dexter, right eye. But oculus sinister is the Latin word for left. Anyway, I'm going to tell you, I work in the medical billing field. I'm a medical coder. I go through charts and attach billing codes to the diagnosis that get doctors paid. I do Medicare charts. Medicare just cut 2,000 billing codes that are no longer going to be paid, and they're retroactive till January the 1st of 2010. They cut all of the osteoarthritis codes, all of the disc codes, disc degeneration, spondylosis, herniated discs. They cut all of that. They cut all of the joint pain, arthropathy.
Across the board?
Yeah. Yeah, those are no longer accepted in the system. I read through the charts page by page, and I read all the doctor notes. That's like how I know a lot of Latin. And I attach numerical codes that are diagnosis codes, which drive the billing. And Medicare will accept the Medicare billing codes are called HCCs. You can find this list on their site, but you kind of have to know what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. They just cut these codes. They're no longer going to be, they're not going to be payable for this whole year. Normally, the billing code year is from October the 1st to September, the last day of September every year. That's normally the billing period that the codes are good for. But these will go all the way back to January 1st of 2010. But they cut over 2,000 billing codes.
They retroactively cut.
Yes.
And this is happening. I just have to understand this. This is Democrats doing this.
Yeah. Democrats are in power.
Democrats are cutting Medicare.
Yes.
Yet they're accusing the Republicans of wanting to do it as they actually do it.
They're doing it because I work in the field. I know. I got a memo 2 weeks ago with a whole list of the codes that have been cut and said they were revising their system not to accept the codes, but it said in the memo, in the meantime, do not enter these codes. I mean, this cuts out a ton of codes because almost all of the older people have arthritis.
Right.
No
and
longer
degenerative discs and stuff like that.
No longer payable.
Wow.
And also, Medicare is coming out with a new physical exam that I don't have it's in I belong to a professional organization. I have to up my membership every year and get continuing education credits, and they send me a magazine. And the new Medicare annual exam doesn't need to involve, it said it's not going to be a physical exam. The doctor is going to determine your mental status. They're going to give you it's like they want to know, and they're going to assess you for fall risks. It even said in this article that now this article is aimed at medical professionals. Mm-hmm. Patients may find some of these questions offensive.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think PCPs are qualified to judge mental status. They're not psychiatrists.
It sort of reminds me of this whole death panel thing that was supposed to be a myth.
Yeah, that's in there too. They want to know they want to know if you have a living will. It's almost like they're pushing people to be DNR, which means do not intubate, do not resuscitate. It's in there. They're going to ask people, but what they don't do is they don't ask people, do you want to live? Do you want everything to be done for you? No. It's like, it's almost like they want you to be DNI.
Well, see, what happens here, Teresa, is what Michelle Obama and the rest of the Obama administration is asking for the older people to do is sacrifice. You know, President Obama said that in his Obamacare press conference a couple of years ago when he said, you know what, maybe instead of giving grandma the pills, or surgery, maybe she should just take some pills and, you know, just go ahead and pretty much just let them die. This is what we're talking about.
And it's not saying that. But it's like everybody's offered. Do you want literature on do not resuscitate? They're offered literature on it. What other purpose does it have?
Well, exactly.
I would be offended if my doctor is like, huh? What?
Oh, James, you're reading too much into this. No, we're not reading too much into this.
No, I'm not. No, we're not. I don't think we are at all. And why are they trying to determine? There's this mental status exam. There's 30 questions. Why are they trying to determine if you're not mentally competent? So is it so they can assume care or assume power of attorney over you? Look, maybe I'm being paranoid, but I'm sorry. That's what I see how things are going.
I agree with you. You know, Victor started it off like that, and you're in it. Is basically, are we to trust big government?
I read the charts. I download the charts. I work out of my house. I read through the actual charts, and I read the questions the doctors ask. And trust me, Massachusetts care is a bloody disaster. I've done Commonwealth charts. I mean, I'm not giving away any private information. I would never do that. But I'm just telling you, I'm worried that you may have somebody who's older and depressed, and they may decide, well, you know, maybe I just shouldn't be revived. Well, if you sign a DNR, that means if you have a terrible asthma attack, they're not going to bring you back. Even if it's not terminal, you will not be brought back.
Shades of Holland. Hey, Therese, thank you very much for the call. Always a pleasure talking to you.